Hello and welcome to another weekly update. Super sunny here, sorry about the shadow lines. Hopefully you can still hear me fine, even if you can't see me, it's probably no bad thing. Hope you've had a good week. Some interesting things happened this week. Let's dive straight in. So the first one is a blog post from the Microsoft Graph API team. So that's a really good blog post to follow because more and more the workloads that we're dealing with are happening through Graph being the kind of single endpoint for a load of Office 365 and Microsoft resources for developers to get stuff done on the Graph in the Office 365 space. So that's definitely it's a good blog post and it's worth following, and a good announcement this week. I say a good announcement, it's good that it's coming, but it's going to involve you making some changes because it's a breaking change to one of the beta endpoints. Specifically, it's to do with Azure AD policy. So there's an endpoint at the moment where you can get the policies for a particular tenant, and that's going to change. So it's a breaking change. So your code, if you're using the /beta/policies, yep. If you're using /beta/policies, then your code is going to have to change. Basically what's happening is that they are segmenting those results by type. So rather than just getting /beta/policies, if you wanted, for instance, token lifetime policies, then you would do /beta/policies/token lifetime policies. And there's other policies that are going to be coming soon. So things like feature rollout, group lifecycle, and trust framework, all policies that you will start to see showing up under that /policies segment. So annoying if you've got code, but I mean that's what beta's for, right? It's not baked in, and it's this is a good time to make those changes before it goes into 1.0 or final, or whatever it's called. Beta is a place where we expect it to change, and this is only a good thing, I think, to kind of round this out to support extra policy types. So just be aware of that. If you've got code that does that, it's worth doing that. That's going to take place by the end of September, so there's no kind of cut-off date. So if you've got code, you shouldn't really have code in production that uses beta endpoints, but if you've got code you want to keep working, what you could do, specifically if you care about token lifetime policies, what you could do, I guess, is implement both of these and just have it try one, and if it fails, try the other. That way is probably the best way to get the most seamless kind of cut over, because I don't think there's going to be a hard date. You're not going to get told, I don't think, like if there's we're going to turn this off on Friday and turn it back on Monday or anything like that. It's just going to, at some point, it's just going to cut over and your code is going to start working and you'll need to be ready. It does look like the result set is mostly the same. So in fact, it's entirely this. It's not quite the same actually. Looking at it, I think there'll be a slight change possibly to the responses as well. It's worth looking into. Oh, you might be right actually. No, so the only changes looking at the responses, I should probably have done this before starting record, is that in the new way of doing it, the response won't include the type, because obviously you put the type in the request, so there's no point. So that's the only kind of change. You're probably not using that. Oh, well, maybe you are. Yeah, if you are, you're gonna have to do some coding on the response as well. So just be aware that's happening. I'll put a link to the blog post so you can see they've got before and after examples as well, so it's really clear what's going to happen. All right. Secondly, a blog post on Tech Community about Teams and all about using Teams app templates, and there's some new ones, and I've blogged about this already, but this is a kind of fuller blog post about one of them, the FAQ Bot Plus app template, and it's by Nidhi Chandila, who's the kind of PM for these app templates, and it goes into some really good detail about what FAQ Plus does and why it can be really useful for organisations. I don't think there's an organisation on this planet that would not benefit from something like FAQ Plus. There's so much information that employees need to get their hands on and find that's hard to find. Having a bot like this to surface it and make it easy to find, it's just a no-brainer. So everybody should go and look at this. If you want a high-level, non-technical blog post that kind of goes over why this is important, go and read this one. You know, give it to your boss, whoever it is you need to convince. yeah, but it's a good write-up, and I've already covered how you can get this bot, how you can run it, links to the deployment guide and the architecture and all these sort of things. They all exist, so there's really no excuses for getting this up and running in your tenant. I think you'll be impressed and surprised and pleased by it. So yeah, it's all good stuff. Finally, I'm going to try and keep it short this week. So I did a video because there are 60 days left till Microsoft Ignite. By the time you watch this, there will be less than that, because I recorded it the day before yesterday, and there were kind of 2 exciting pieces of news I wanted to talk about on that video, so you can go and look at that. But in a really brief nutshell, Ignite is all sold out, and all the sessions, all the sessions, like the theatres, the breakouts, the technical keynotes, all the keynotes, everything is going to be recorded, but this year it's also going to be live streamed, which is kind of amazing. So go into a little bit of detail of that on the video, so you can go and watch that. I've just done another video about Ignite that I'll talk about next week, and it's coming out probably later today or on Monday. I'm going to try and keep up this cadence of Microsoft Ignite videos. If you don't care about Microsoft Ignite, well, I'm sorry, but you kind of should do, because either you're attending or you're not attending. So if you're attending, you'll probably care more than if you were not attending. But if you're not attending, actually, the content is still there. The content is available to you. It's going to be live streamed. It's going to be recorded. This is the place where some of the best technical content from Microsoft is given out to people. You don't need to be attending to kind of get huge amounts of value out of it. So I am going to keep banging on about Microsoft Ignite because it's really important. All right, that's everything for me this week. Have a great weekend, and I will talk to you again next week.